All right, let's get into the high school action. We start with boys D2 district final at Central Catholic between St. John's and St. Francis. Titans led by 2 at the break. Knights trying to tie it up. Chris Polanitz gets a hold of the loose ball, pulls up for the jumper. Later, ball going to make its way to Titans' Race Kowalczyk. Beyond the arc, knocks down the 3. Game high 21 points for Kowalczyk. St. John's pulling ahead, but St. Francis not giving up. Here's Polanitz again. The spin move this time, hook shot is money. Finally, seconds left in the third quarter. They kick it to Coy Hammock in the corner. Gets it to go at the buzzer. Titans would cruise the rest of the way, and St. John's takes down the rival Knights to win the D2 district title. They'll play Euclid in the regional semi Wednesday in Worcester.
It feels good. I mean, more than anything at this time of year, with this team, I was just really proud that, we get to keep playing. I think, winning and losing kind of gets focused on, but I think the cool thing is you get to keep working as a group. And rivalry game last year, we lost this game to them, and we had to sit on that for a year, and so it was just it was one we wanted.
Oh, it's very emotional. We got a revenge, but we're far from finished right now. We got to keep winning, and that's what we want to do.
Down at Liberty Benton, the D3 district final between Central Catholic and Southview. Right out of the gate here, Jared Witcher going to use the spin move, and that would put Southview on the board with the bucket there. But the Fighting Irish quick to respond. Caden Kennard, step back, he's going to let it fly for 3. Knocking it down to put Central in the lead. The Cougars, though, falling behind, not giving up. Here's Damian Clay, driving to the hoop, lays it up. But Central would lead by 17 at the break. In the second half, Dre Wardrop rolling with the momentum. Takes the pass to the rim for the two-handed slam. Finally, Irish ahead, but looking for insurance. Manny Johnson from beyond the arc cashes in for 3. Central Catholic cruises past Southview, 65-40 the final. The Irish are district champions for the 3rd year in a row.
Each group's different, and each group kind of writes their own story. Just really proud of these guys. Just kind of how they battled all season. A lot of people kind of doubted them early on, and they kind of took that as motivation.
It's a blessing, to be able to win. Winning is hard. Even though we've been in this spot a lot, but it's, this is what we work for.
Over at Fremont Ross, the D4 district final between Lake and Bath. Second quarter, Carter Belmer drive-in Euro step, puts it up and scores. Later, ball moving to a cutting Belmer, lays it up and in. Lake holding steady. Finally, Flyers on defense. Jackson Reimers picks the pocket, taking it the other way. Finishes with the layup. Lake not able to get it done, though. Their season comes to an end in the district final, 47-40 the final score. And over at Lake, the D6 district final between Gibsonburg and Lincoln View. We picked this one up in the second half. Golden Bears with the ball. Reese Walby with a catch-and-shoot 3 knocks it down. Later, missed shot. Walby with the outlet pass to Aiden Morant finishes with the layup. Gibsonburg with a small lead. Finally, Xander Zimmerman in the corner. Catch-and-shoot 3 is money. But it wouldn't be enough, though. His foul trouble hurt Gibsonburg down the stretch, and the Golden Bears fall in the district final, 52-40 the final score. Moving to hockey, the regional final at Slater Ice Arena on the campus of BGSU. St. Francis versus Northview for a trip to Columbus. First period, Liam Elliott's shot no good, rebounds it back out. Another shot no good, but it draws the goalie out, and Elliott there to take advantage. Gets it past the goalie, and the Wildcats strike first. They lead 1-0 after the first period. Second period, Knights with the puck. Cal Brashalski loads up and fires a laser through the defense and into the back of the net. St. Francis ties it up at 1. Then, final 3 minutes of regulation, Northview on the move. Elliott with the pass to Madden. Brighty sneaks it past the goalie. We are tied at 2 with just minutes left in regulation. And in OT, Wildcats on the attack. Puck is loose. There's a scrub at the net. Ref initially signals no goal, but then it's hard to see. The puck is over the goal line, and it's over. A golden goal. Credit goes to Liam Elliott. Northview with the upset win over St. Francis, and the Wildcats are heading to the state semifinals in Columbus. First time since 2023. Switching over to the girls basketball side, D3 regional final between Notre Dame and St. Vincent St. Mary. Eagles looking for back-to-back regional titles. Notre Dame was down early, but Callie Thames not phased, drives to the rack and gets the and one. Then it's the Eagles defense stepping up. Violet Snyder, she's going to tip the pass. It's off to the races. She's going to finish with the score here. Later in the half, good ball movement here. It's going to lead to a wide open Rakayla Gant underneath, and she's going to cash in. Unfortunately, though, it wouldn't be enough as Notre Dame falls in the regional final 46-36. At Bluffton University, D4 regional final between defending state champ Bellevue and Genoa. Early on, Lady Red making their presence felt, but the Comets not backing down. Morick sisters forcing a turnover here, leads to a breakaway. Layup is missed, but McKenna there for the putback and the foul. Team high 11 points for her. Bellevue, though, had an answer, always. Katie Torinsky finds Ellie Freytag on the cut. Layup falls. Bellevue was up 20 at halftime. Finally, freshman Ava Jacobson-Thies. She had herself a game, picks the pocket here, and strolls in for an easy score. Lady Red win big, 59-31 the final. Bellevue is heading back to Dayton.
We're sticking to the plan. I think that's what's most impressive. Some teams try and change things up along the season, and we just stick to our program, and I think that's what's getting us to this point. I feel like the energy, it's really fun to be here, especially as a freshman, so it's really cool. And with these girls, because they're great and they're so fun to play with.
The nightcap at Bluffton, D6 regional final between Patrick Henry and Margaretta. This is a true defensive battle. Kinley Crossland coming over and blocking this shot. There were only 29 total points scored in the first half. That didn't change much after the break. Polar Bears trying to find an opening. Sophie Geldy comes in to take the ball away, cashes in on the other end. Patrick Henry was leading with 3 minutes to go, but Elise Schaefer stepping up with a clutch triple from the corner. Here she is loading up and knocking it down. Margaretta would never look back after that. They are headed to state now. 37-31 the final score, which means it's time for celebratory cake. Check it out.
I mean, it took so much teamwork. I don't think we've ever wanted to win a game so bad. We were on each other all week, just like we can do this, encouraging each other. And it took, a lot of hard work all game. Our defense really, holding a team like that to 31 points is really impressive.
Also at Bluffton, the D7 regional final between Stryker and Ottoville. We hope to have a final score for this game, but the humidity had other plans. Stryker was leading this game 37-31 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter when the game was suspended due to the humidity inside the Summer Center. Players were slipping, falling on the court, and officials said the surface was not playable. Game will start back up at 1 o'clock Sunday, same location. Unfortunately, we could not get to every team in our viewing area. Here's a couple of games we did not get to. In Boys Division I, Perrysburg's season comes to an end. They fall to Brunswick 58-44. In Division II, Anthony Wayne's season comes to an end. They fall to Lima Senior 85-50. In Division IV, Perkins with a convincing win over Shelby 61-40, the final.